So very good morning to all the students. Here I am again. I, Pranav sir, welcome you again to the next part of chapter 3.6, writing skill, that is the art of comparing. So in the first part we have seen with the icebreakers and the explanation. Now we have a sample of the comparing script. So let us see. First is the introduction. So in the introduction is that where you introduce all the people that are present for the program, like good evening ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very warm and heartfelt welcome to you on behalf of our college. So you can write here the name of whichever college you are in or in any school. Today we have organized an evening of song, dance and pageantry for you. Give you a quick exotic taste of India. So you come to know that after reading this particular line, you come to know exactly why this particular program has been held. We welcome you in the midst in the traditional Indian way with kumkum tilak on the forehead. It is red to signify the auspicious occasion, the aarti to remove the evil eye with sacred fire, and the trumpet signaling the beginning of the function. So this is just a basic example of how the introduction should be. As I have said that while reading or while performing this particular script, it should be that you should be clearly heard. Like I am trying to keep my voice in a continuous format where everybody will be able to hear me properly, especially some words such as the kumkum tilak, then red, auspicious occasion, aarti, trumpet are such words. Moving on to the next is the lightning of the lamp. I call upon our chairperson, Miss, here it can be Miss or Mr, to light the lamp to signify the opening of our event. So this is the second most step that you do, that lighting of the lamp. Next is about the event. So this is something where you tell the people about the event, for what exactly this event has been held, or what is the theme of this event. So our country India is historical, ancient, spiritually deep, geographically vast and culturally rich. She has traditions, customs and more which are thousands of years old. Though making fast progress in the 21st century, her music, dance, drama and languages survive and they renew themselves continuously through the ages. So the basic idea of comparing is that whenever you are reading such words, you should have a flow. The tone should be different. So like you have seen that while explaining this particular point to you, I have increased my tone on specific words such as the ancient, spiritually deep, geographically vast and culturally rich. She has traditions, customs and more which are thousands of years old. Now in this manner I have increased the tone. Though making fast progress in the 21st century, her music, dance, drama and languages survive and renew themselves continuously through the ages. So it is very necessary that you should be clear cut while explaining the following points. If not, it's not possible for everybody to follow a particular accent, but whichever accent you're going to speak in, you should be very fluent in. We offer you this evening a tantalizing glimpse of the Indian culture. We shall try to take you to the various corners of India and introduce you to the different folk dances hailing from these places, unerringly depicting the geography, history and the character of its people. So this is the accent which I usually use. I'm really not very fast, neither I'm very slow in reading. I'm trying to get connected with the audience, so I'm going in my own pace. The enduring legend of Lord Krishna and his beloved Radha is embodied in the folk dance we are about to present to you, the Lavani. The word Lavani comes from the word Lavanya, which means unearthly beauty. It is the best loved and very popular folk performance originating in our very own state of Maharashtra. So while I am reading the specific words which are not from Marathi, they are not from the English language, they are from Marathi, you should be clear. The words should be heard clearly by the audience, thus it will avoid any type of confusion. So when I am talking about this, and it consists of a range of romantic songs in Marathi. The Lavani, like all folk forms, evolved and changed through the ages. Initially, the Lavani was performed as a baitak or sitting position, accompanied by adakari or skillful and subtle facial expressions and gestures. So here we come to know about that I am trying to what you say, the audience is trying to know, or I'm trying to explain to the audience what exactly is the theme of today's event. So we come to know that somewhere it is related with Indian tradition, somewhere it is related with Maharashtrian tradition, it is some kind of dance style. Then there are different types of methods. The method is that initially Lavani used to be performed in front of those people who used to sit at one particular position, and the important thing was adakari, that is skillful and subtle facial expression. The Lavani then evolved to become the Khadi Lavani, or the Lavani performed in a standing position. Thereby, the performer not only sings but dances along with the song. The songs are supportedly sung by gopis or milkmaids who epitomize bhakti or devotion of Lord Krishna or the Lord of Love. The songs are a celebration of the love between Lord Krishna and Radha and depict the playful aspect of this relationship. The Lavani embodies the Shrigar saga. Shringar means decorating and dressing up, and rasa is the mood that is created. So there are specific words where you could get confused, such as Shringar rasa or Shringar. So this is actually an explanation of how that entire script should be read out. Now there can be one or multiple people in the entire anchoring script. Here we can see there is entry 1. Let's go get into the mood and enjoy the scintillating Lavani performance. Now put your hands together for a round of applause for the wonderful performance. After the performance, you could even say that very well performed by the dancer, whoever or the group, and give a big round of applause to the people. Nagaland, now next is the entry 2. Nagaland is one of the culturally rich northeastern states of India. The Jhelina Bamboo Naga dance hails from the state. So that was an awesome performance. Please give a big round of applause. Such kind of words when you say and make the audience connected with the performance. Entry 3. Jhelin means butterfly. The dance attempts to imitate the movements of the butterfly, and the dancers wear clothes as colorful as butterfly wings. Their movements too are delicate and graceful as a butterfly's. The dancer wears costumes made of rabbit skin, deer, and other animals. The special attraction of this dance is that the dancers jump on bamboos as they dance with great energy and stamina. So after the performance, you can say give them a huge round of applause, give a big round of applause to the people. Come on people, cheer up, like that. The entry 4 is let's now welcome our vibrant northeastern dancers for another captivating performance. So after this, Sambhalpuri is a small district of the state Orissa, where lies to the southeastern part of India. It is rich in ancient Indian arts and crafts. This tiny district is famous for its handlooms and weaves. So the Sambhalpuri dance is like many other folk dances, a harvest dance, a celebration dance. The Sambhalpuri dance is like many other folk dances, a harvest dance, a celebration dance. The hay surrounding the area where the dance is to be performed is set on fire, and in the firelight the native folks celebrate a good harvest. Let's get into the celebratory mode to rejoice a bountiful harvest. The entry 5 is closing address. Now we have addressed everyone, we have welcomed the chief guest, the show ended and it is about to end. So now we have to give the closing address, where we have to ask the whoever the chief guest is to deliver a speech. Maybe the principal will give the speech, or any other person. If you are in an office, maybe your HR will give a speech. It can be anybody, your team leader. So we are transported into the world of folk, the natural spring of the human heart. As we come to the end of this beautiful, colorful evening, let us carry with us memories of a lifetime well spent. So last is the entry 6, which is vote of thanks. Vote of thanks. In vote of thanks, you actually thank everybody who made this entire program a huge blast. No program would be a success without a dedicated team of people who work tirelessly behind the scenes. I take this opportunity to thank each and every member of the organizing team for putting up this brilliant show and transporting us to the plentiful fields of India. We are extremely grateful to our guest for their gracious presence. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the choreographers, set designers, light operators, as well as technical support team, without whom this program would not have been possible. Last but not the least, thank you audience for being so supportive and responsive. So here we not only thank the people around us, we also thank the technical team, the choreographers, the dancers. If you are working in a college, or if you are a part of a college or a school, you thank everybody, the teachers, the principal, every person, the peons, every individual should be thanked while ending the vote of thanks. So here now it is time for the brainstorming Q&A of 3.6, the art of comparing. So the A1 activity is, imagine that you wish to organize a cultural event in your college. Prepare your own web chart to indicate the qualities you expect to have in a compare. So what are the various qualities that a compare should have for a cultural event? So the first quality here is that he should have a good communication skill. Next, knowledge of the subject. He should be in the proper attire. Then the next is the presence of mind. He should have a good sense of humor. He should have high energy levels. He should bond, or he should have a connection with the audience. And lastly, he should have hearty encouragement, that whoever performs well, he should be able to encourage them. The A2 activity, imagine that you are a compare of a prize distribution ceremony of your college. Write a script of this same. You can take help of the following points. So these are the various points on the basis of which you have to write a speech or compare. First is the introduction, a brief introduction of the program, function or the show. Next is the welcome speech, lighting the lamp, welcome song, main events and vote of thanks. So the first is introduction, a brief introduction of the program, function or show. So good morning one and all present here. We are gathered here for dash. The guests have arrived here. Let's welcome them with a thunder of applause. So this is how you can begin. In the blank spaces you can write the name of whichever chief guest you are going to have. Next is lighting the lamp. I call upon the honorable chief guest, whoever it is, and the principal of our college, that also, to light the lamp and the garland of photos of Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and Savitribai Phule. So if you have pictures of any other freedom fighters or any other philosophist, or you have anybody, philosophers, somebody else, you can write the names of their photos. I request all the dignitaries to take their respective seats on the stage. Please come over here, sir. So while you're going to, you have to request them to take their seats, as well as you have to show them their places on the stage. Next is the welcome song. Now I request Mr. or Mrs. whoever who is the head of the school college choir to recite the welcome song. Next is the welcome speech. I request Honorable Principal to welcome the Honorable Chief Guest with the bouquet and a book, and also felicitate him with a shawl and the shrifle. So I urge the Vice President, whoever it. So after that, next is the main events. Now I request the Honorable Principal to deliver an introductory speech on the occasion, and thank you, sir. So usually there is a begin of the meet and we start giving up the prizes. I first request the Honorable Chief Guest to confer the award of sports. I call upon Mr. Nitin Kadam and team to receive the trophy for cricket. Then Mr. Mohan Desai and team for volleyball. Mr. Suhas Aswale and team for volleyball. So next is I request Honorable Principal to confer award for cultural events and academic events. I call upon Juhi and team to accept the trophy for group dance. Mr. Manish Shinde for individual dance. Student of the year Suraj Bhalerao. So at different stages you have to felicitate, or you have to give away the various prizes. I request Honorable Chief Guest to guide us with his motivating speech, and after that we can say thank you, sir, for your guidance, or thank you for your kind words. Last is the vote of thanks. I call upon Mr. Achay Gaikwad to propose the vote of thanks. So it can be a student, it can be a teacher, it can be a colleague, it can be anybody. So you can add any of your lines to the vote of thanks. Moving on to the next activity. The second question in the activity is,